All right, so hello and welcome. Welcome to Living Well with E. I am your business coach, India Adunton, and I have some tips for you if you are new in business. Number one, congratulations. Number two, stay the course. Number three, have a reason that motivates you every day to work in your business, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into the tips I'm not here to waste your time. So let's go ahead and get started. So number one is going to be build like the Romans. Okay. So when I say build like the Romans, what I'm talking about is that there are still places in the world that we can go, that we can still see the things that they have built. The structures are still in place after all of this time. A lot of time has passed. Don't ask me how much, but a lot of time has passed when we talk about the Romans and current today, okay? But the buildings that they built are still standing, okay? So when I say build like the Romans, I'm talking about your business. Build it as if it's something that is here to stay, something that you want to last, okay? You can take shortcuts every now and then, but be careful of the shortcuts that you're taking, okay? Because you want a strong foundation to build your business on. So you want to make sure that you're doing ethical things in your everyday of your business, okay? And also focus your business with the thought of legacy. You want something that's going to outlive you, something that's still going to work, something that's still going to be available for others even after you, okay? And so that takes me to the next point, which is choosing the right niche. So you could, for instance, decide that, hey, I'm going to do Valentine tours or Valentine dinners. So then what happens after Valentine's Day? You'll start to see that, hey, maybe I'm not finding a lot of people interested in this Valentine theme that I had going on, when it's the middle of summer, when it's the middle of winter. So think about your niche and what it is that you're doing, okay? Make sure it's something that you can market. Make sure it's something that people want, okay? So you want to make sure you have some type of product or service that you can sell. Because if you get something you can't sell, you're not making no money. And guess what you're doing? You're closing your business up before you even give yourself time to get started and get things going. So we don't want that. So we start by choosing the right niche, okay? And so another thing to think about is the niche that you're in. Are these customers that can shop with you throughout the year? So maybe instead of just doing a Valentine type of business, maybe you would do a holiday business where you do holiday tours. So think about the longevity of that customer and that customer experience that you're providing, okay? As well as, let's go ahead and go to number 3. And I'm going to do 5 since this is part 1. So let's just do a small recap. Number 1 is build like the Romans. Build your business with the intent to be here for a long time, okay? Number 2 is choose the right niche so that you can market, make money, get sales. And number 3, which we're coming to, is solve a burning problem, okay? So if you're in business and you don't know what problem you solve, you probably aren't making money because, hey, the person who you're trying to sell to got the same question you got. What is this going to do for me? What problem are you solving for your customer or your client? Okay, so you don't have to get so technical and deep with your problem solving, okay? You don't have to be curing diseases and curing COVID to solve a problem in your business. But, for instance, a restaurant, they might be solving the problem of creating something that a family can come to with their children that is affordable. Some type of gaming place could just be curing the problem of boredom in their town. So what is it that you solve? So you understand, it doesn't have to be so deep, but it has to solve something. And oh my goodness, when you find out the problem that you solve, you get to use this all throughout your marketing. And when you're talking, the person who you're trying to attract is like, you are talking to me. You ever felt like that when you're talking to someone or you're hearing something and you're like, is it a camera on me? You're talking directly to me. So, not going to go too deep into that, but you get where we're going. Okay, so number 4 is obsess. Obsess over customer needs. I don't know what this thing is about where customer service is dead, okay? There is no such thing as customer service no more. Sometimes when you go out and you're spending your money with businesses, but that is not the way it should be, especially if I have anything to do with it or I'm helping you along the way of your business journey. You need to learn to obsess over your customer needs, okay? Understand, just because somebody has something to say, just because somebody is not satisfied, that does not mean they will never shop with you. That does not mean they are hating or they just have some negative thought towards you. It is possible for someone to genuinely like your company, want to support your company, but genuinely be underwhelmed or not satisfied with what they received, okay? And I will go into a little detail with this because I do have a perfect example. But learn to obsess over your customer needs. And one thing, it was 2 things. Some businesses do it and some businesses don't. So if you're in business, you either go one or 2 ways normally. Normally, you either say, hey, let me just give them their money back. Let me just refund them. Let me just give them their money back, as a way to just shut them up. Or you're that business that's like, hey, no refunds. You bought it. You got it. I'm not giving back. Okay. So you either go one or 2 directions. I definitely recommend going the money route, but not from that mindset of, get your money back. The nasty perception. I say go the money route because if somebody tags your pockets enough, you're going to learn from it versus that company that will never refund, that will never give money back, especially when it is warranted. They're not going to learn from that mistake. But let me tell you, when you have to keep coming out of pocket for a mistake that you're making, we're not going to keep doing that too much. We're going to get to the root of the problem because who wants to just lose money? I don't. Maybe you do, but I for sure don't. Okay. So also when you are talking about the customer, what is it that they want? What is it that they need? What is it that they don't like? Because these are things that you can learn to do better, okay? Sometimes when we're in business, our business becomes our baby. We're so just in love with it. And it is my business. I am a Black entrepreneur. And everything about my business is personal, baby. We understand. I'm glad you have that type of commitment. But when it comes to business, I need you to take some of the personal away from it and keep it on business, all right? Be about your money. So when somebody tells you that something is wrong, or you're hearing it more than once, more than twice, maybe it's something you need to look at. Maybe it's something that you can fix. Maybe it's something that you can do better so that you can provide a better experience, okay? We're talking about business. We're talking about money. We're not talking about you being offended. And we're not talking about your feelings. So the perfect example, I was at the hair store and it was another lady. She was asking about another hair store in the area. So I know where the hair store is at. Okay. So I'm telling her. And so, she asked for the directions, the details, older lady. So, finally I say, well, do you have a smartphone? Because I don't have to tell you how to get your phone. We'll do all of that. I got your girlfriend. Just let me put the address in for you. And so this was right in front of the clerk who was at the beauty store. And so while I'm telling her what she wants to know, the whole time she's giving her these generic answers. Oh, it's many beauty supply stores. Oh, they're everywhere. of course, the attitude. And so when the lady left, she kind of, lets out, I'm glad she's gone. She's been looking at hair for over an hour and didn't buy nothing. Da, da, da. So I'm still taking my time, doing what needs to be done. And so I finally asked her about something. And so she has the nerve to say, well, you're not at the other beauty supply store. I say, no, I'm not. I say, but I do shop there just like I shop here. I say, I go to different stores for different reasons. I say, you don't know that they have a bigger selection than you? Oh, yeah, of course they do. Okay. So sometimes when I can't find stuff here, I go there, as well as you happen to be the closest store to me. And so I'm here now, and this is what I would like. Truly, I was in a rush, and that's why I wasn't at the other beauty supply store. Normally, that's how that happens. When I'm in a rush, I go to her. It was unnecessary to have that attitude with me, and I'm spending my money in your shop. Ooh, horrible service. But what I'm telling you about that story is that you still can provide value to your customer. Stop letting your emotions, your feelings get in the way of business. When we say business, we're talking about business and money, okay? Not feelings, not emotions. She was in her feelings that I referred that lady to the other beauty supply store instead of providing good service so that she could keep a customer. Because had I walked out the store too, she would have lost on 2 sales, not just 1. A hot mess. Don't be her. Be better than her. Learn from what I'm teaching. All right, so the 5th tip, because I said this was part 1, so I'm going to definitely pop back on for part 2. Probably, I can't even talk. See, that must be a sign I need to just hang out with y'all, rock out just a little bit longer. I'm going to come back later for part 2, okay, today. So the 5th and final point, tip that I have for you is to focus on profit instead of revenue, okay? So if you are new in business, look, when you start getting them sales, when you start making some money, it is all good. It is all fun and games. But understand that profit and revenue are 2 totally different things, okay? So I don't know, we're going to say you're selling ink pens, right? And so from wherever you buy your ink pens, you're paying $3 per ink pen, okay? So you may have had, I don't know, 10 sales today, but you're only selling your ink pens for, I don't know, $5 or $6. And so even though you may have made, I don't know, $500 today, majority of that is not profit. It doesn't matter. We could still play around with the numbers. You can make $1 million in revenue, but if it's not adding up right, you could only profit $5,000, $10,000, if that makes sense. So revenue is everything, okay? So when I have an ink pen that I bought for $3 that I'm now selling for $6, and then shipping it cost me another $2. So technically, every time I sell one of these, how much am I spending? $5. The 3 plus the 2 for shipping. And I'm only selling it for $6. So how much did I profit? $1. So is it really worth your time? So I'm not saying that to discourage you. I'm saying that you need to learn your numbers. I don't care if you are good in math or you're not in math. What you need to do is learn your numbers, okay? We're not talking about what you like to do, what you don't like to do. We're talking about what? Business and money. You got to understand what is going on the back end. How much of this is revenue? And then how much of that revenue is profit? Because what you don't want to do is be busy making money, yet not making money. Okay? So that is 1 through 5. I'm going to do a quick recap. And then I am out until later. So number 1 was build like the Romans. You need a solid foundation, and you need to build and plan like you're going to be around for a long time, because we want you to be around for a long time. We don't want you closing up shop, and especially not because you're not making money, okay? Number 2 is choosing the right niche, okay? Choose something that you can market. Choose something that you can make money from, okay? Number 3, I really wanted to add this to number 2, but it's number 3. Solve a problem, okay? What problem are you solving in your business for your customer? You need to know it. Once you know what problem you solve, it becomes easier to market to your future customer. Because, I don't know, maybe you're solving the problem of, I love to talk about my facials. Okay, we're not going to use her as an example today. Maybe you're solving the problem of, I don't know, lunch. Because I ain't had lunch yet. Look like dinner. It's already 4 p.m. Okay, so you're solving the problem of lunch. So who are you talking to? Most likely you're talking to working professionals, because the house mom or housewife is probably not running out as often as the person who is on the go, the person who has to go into the office every day, because she's at home, she can cook from home versus going out just for lunch and coming back home. So, it's easy to identify who it is you're talking to. Number 4, obsess over your customer needs. Step your customer service up. Understand that people do not have to spend their money with you. And when they do spend their money with you, it is up to you to make it a pleasurable, memorable experience. Okay? When you obsess over the customer needs, you are investing and building in that customer relationship. That customer who is going to come back time and time again to support your business and put money into your pocket. All right? Listen to their concerns. Listen to their needs. Help solve them. And the 5th point of part 1 was focus on profit instead of revenue. Sometimes when you're making money, you get real excited and you're not looking at your numbers the way that you should be looking at them, okay? Someone can sell a house for $100,000, and you say, "What? $100,000? Look, okay, you think about all the stores you about to go to, okay? But if they paid $99,000 for that house, how much money did they really make? $1,000. So that's with anything. Understand how much are you paying for your product, and it needs to include everything, shipping too. And all the other profits, all the other expenses that it takes to get that product from you to them. And really have a solid focus on your numbers of what you're doing. And making sure that you're doing the right thing to make money and to be in business for a long time, not a short time. All right. If you have any questions, or if you enjoyed this live, if it was productive in any way for you, let me know so that I can keep it coming. If you have anything you want me to cover, comment below, DM me. However you got to get that information to me, get it to me, because hey, I'm going to start creating new content, and your answer will be answered. Your question will be answered. All right, bye.